Good afternoon, everyone. Alrighty, I'm going to show you something right now before we get started. See this? That's all the packages we got to go through. Yeah, 5. They all came from the same place, by the way. Well, I think one did it. No, one did. We're saving that one for last. Alright. Let's get this whole thing over here. And then let's get started. Now, about 99%, about a good percentage of this is from that big giant order I done with Amazon. And I'm telling you right now, I'm never doing that again because that was torture. Like you all know. But the first item we're going to do is in here. Ready? And what is it? Well, I'll show you. And by the way, most of these are kind of like full circle items I've had before at one time or another. This one in particular is the greatest hits version of Final Fantasy Origins. This one is the one that has the original Final Fantasy over here, and Final Fantasy II, the one that was not released in the US until years later. Funny story about this particular game is I used to have it. Yep. But believe it or not, the system, I think because I had my original PS1, I tried playing it and the PS1 that I had was bonking out or something. So, or something, because this game, I played it for like 5 minutes and it wouldn't work afterwards. But I was absolutely happy to have this again. So, this is the first thing we got here. Now then. I should warn you, this is going to take a while. The next one comes from in here. Forgive me, Amazon, because your packaging actually is pretty cool, but I have to destroy it. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Oh shit, we got enough stuff. So that's how they do it when you have a load. Oh dear. There we go. Look, not only did they have to shrink wrap it, look, let me show you this. Not only did they have to shrink wrap it and put it on this board here, but they had to rubber band it. Let's take the rubber band off now. There we go. Alright, here's what we got this time. This time we have Boa's self-titled CD. Interesting about this artist is she, I guess I said she, is one of the few that I know that can actually sing in 3 different languages. Japanese, Korean, and English. So this will be an interesting thing to listen to, plus when I have to go and review it on my Neolog. Next up, a 2-disc CD. This time it's, oh my god, it's an artist that's actually have his native language of English. Elton John, the greatest hits from 1970 to 2002. Check that out. I know I've actually not owned that one. Now for 3 DVDs. And we'll do it this way. First up, The Rise and Fall of ECW. Would you believe this is one of the few wrestling DVDs I own of a company which I actually have very little respect for? I am not the world's biggest ECW fan, but owning this DVD was pretty much a necessity because, well, what the hell, I pretty much collect those things as is. The DVDs as far as, from different wrestling organizations, so there you go. Someone told me that they were having a very hard time with this game, and actually it's one of my favorite games in the series. Final Fantasy X-2, and believe it or not, yes, this is actually one of my favorite games in the series. And this is, of course, the greatest hits version. This is definitely... The one thing I'm not exactly fond of is the fact that if you're a completionist, the game tells you how far along you are to 100%ing it. Why do that? I've never understood that. Outside of that, I love this game, believe it or not. And yes, I did used to own it at one point, and I got rid of it like a dog, I think. Now here's one of the few games which I actually didn't own. And I've heard so much about this game that I had to pick it up. Okami. The only problem is, yes, I know, it's the greatest hits version. Bite me. I have never played this game before, to be quite frank. But I've heard it's a very good game. So I'm going to check this one out and definitely give some thoughts on it at some point. And I'm telling you right now, unfortunately, we ain't done yet. Next, we go into this box. Ah, screw. There we go. Alright. For those of us that are manga fans, you're gonna love this one. The rest of you, not so much. This is the second edition of the first volume of Revolutionary Girl Utena's manga series, and this one's called Tutil. Now, I used to own this in its original form. When it came out originally, it was a graphic novel series that was published specifically by Animerica as part of their, what was it? Their anime extra series. I think I owned like 3 of the books. Then like a dope, I think I got rid of them all. So you might say some of the stuff that I actually own, that I actually have coming, I have in this big old lot sitting right here, is stuff that is kind of like going full circle. Well, in case anybody's wondering, it reads just like it's supposed to, meaning from left to right. Also, if you are someone like me who has seen the anime, well, this one actually will tell you the story about before she got to the academy, and instead of just, oh, she's at the academy, well, how'd you get there? Read this. Instead it explains it. Oh, and by the way, I did not pay $9.95. I actually paid $6.95 for it. Yeah, let's just say I looked at somebody from Amazon. Next, what we got here? Yeah, more cardboard got to go. Bye bye. Oh, more planks. Alright. This one has 2 things involved in it. So give me just 1 second. And no, they're not rubber banding. Alright, the first one we have here is, well, you remember how I said I have Final Fantasy X-2? Here is Final Fantasy X. Yes, I used to own this game also. And I got to a section on Mount Gazette where you face Seymour in one of his like 50 incarnations, and he always kicked my ass. And the sad part was, I was on the verge of beating this game, I think at one point. I'm gonna beat a Final Fantasy. It's my goal in life to beat a Final Fantasy game at some point. I'm hoping it's this one, to be quite honest. And here's I loved the Monday Night Wars. Now, no, I didn't get that DVD, but I am thinking about it at some point. However, in this case, we have the very best of WCW's Monday Nitro, starring Diamond Dallas Page, whom I think, from my understanding, he was either at this past Monday Night Raw, or he's going to be at the next one. It is one of the two. 3 discs. I'm definitely going to check this one out, though. Because, ooh. I just looked on here. This actually has the debuts from when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash showed up on Monday Nitro. That'll be interesting. Definitely. This is hosted by DDP, and by the way, in case anybody's interested, it is rated, in fact, TV PG. Think we're done yet? Yeah. No. There's a reason that we did this video today and not yesterday. Because you see, there's one more package, and it's in here. There's one more in, rather. Now, for this one, you and I are coming, you're coming with me on this one because I want your opinion on something. I got this book from a seller on the Amazon Marketplace before I show it to you. And it was a fulfilled Amazon deal, and it said the condition is very good. So I paid about $10 and change for it. Well, $14 once you figure out shipping and handling. But I want the opinion of you fine folks as to if you think this is very good condition, better or worse than what was advertised. So this way when I go on the marketplace, I can either rip into the guy or I can say thank you very much. And by the way, in case anybody's wondering, yeah, I used to have this too. This, whoop, well, that I think may have been my fault the way I pulled it out. But here's what we got. This is the official strategy guide for Final Fantasy VII. For anybody asks, yep, used to own this too. In this case, however, in this case, I loaned him to my brother because he had either bought or downloaded the PC version of this game. And excuse me, and I loaned this book out to him. Well, I never saw it again. Which is a shame, really, but I don't know. Do me a favor. Now, disregard this for a second. But look at the rest of it. See how I can do this.